Our international expedition has just arrived into Lima, the capital city of Peru. There are about 8 million people living in it, and you can sure tell by the traffic. One of the sites worth visiting is the Church of Las Meninas. There is a very precious painting above the altar. It was made by a black slave during his shamanic training, and it possesses healing qualities. The Pachama complex, well known for its adobe pyramids, was built thousands years ago. The edifices are falling apart, but the energy levels can be still felt high above the usual. The Red Pyramid is the most famous one. Its energy activates the center of will in the solar plexus. Another one strongly activates the pelvis center. In the prime of the Incan Empire, it used to serve as a place for initiation rituals. Young girls helped to win other ethnic territories without a fight. Their task was to consciously reprogram the thinking of rulers during sexual acts so they would voluntarily give their territories to the Incas. This tactic actually proved rather effective. After an overnight crossing of the Andes, we get to the small town of Satipo. Here we change to a boat and set off down the Tambo River deeper into clean and still intact jungle. After a few hours, we anchor in Otica, a small village and home of Ashaninka Indian tribe. We are looking around the village. Indian dwellings look very modest. We notice coconuts and palm trees and grown papaya fruits. The jungle on the river banks is half sunk into haze. At night, we are getting down to work. We are blessed with the presence of Don Amadeo, a great shaman from the Shipibo tribe. After the night healing ritual, we are served a delicious breakfast prepared according to the principles of the shamanic diet: local fruit, boiled eggs, and oatmeal porridge. Peter shows us fruits of aguaje palm trees known for its ability to shape the female body. This green grass is called herba luisa. Its leaves have a delicious lemon flavor, so it is used for preparing tea. We also try fresh, unfermented cocoa beans. Interestingly, the pulp around the cocoa is sweet, but the cocoa itself is very bitter. Not only the village children, but also the adults watch us with great interest. They even come to play for us. After breakfast, we leave for a trip to the sacred Waterfall. We are guided by its Indian guardian. Walking through the village, we notice how modest is the Indian way of life. Reaching a sacred Indian place may not always be easy, but it is definitely worth it. Getting across the river is the hardest part. Our guides and the children who accompany us are a big help. While walking through the jungle totally unspoiled by civilization, we feel an amazing power of life radiated by all the plants around us. Together, we manage to overcome even the more difficult spots. If we decide to change our life, the higher intelligence tests us whether we are really willing to do something about it. Here, we perceive the beauty of life around us in its most natural form. They say there's beauty in simplicity. It seems really true here. We overcome the last lap of an 1-hour journey. The sacred waterfall appears in all its glory. The waterfall guardian took his place and we are enjoying a refreshing bath. The falling stream is the archetype of purity and abundance. Even these young Ashaninka Indians, armed with bows and arrows, add sanctity to this moment. Refreshed to the core of our souls, we slowly set off on the return journey. We are being watched by the Indians who have managed to keep the traditional way of life. We are passing lots of healing plants, heliconia flowers and gorgeous butterflies. In the meantime, Our Lady Cook has prepared meals from the provisions we carry: soup, rice and veggies. After eating, we continue down the Tambo River, passing Indians in their canoes. The next morning, after the nightly shamanic work, we relax, contemplate, and take down some notes from our night visions and experiences so we can reflect on them later. Our breakfast is a fruit salad: pineapples, bananas, watermelons, and mangoes. We are going deeper into the jungle, into the valley of the Shiriyantiri River, where we clean our biofields, primarily with energy from the trees and water. Strangers, much less white people, don't get to these places at all. We are as exotic to the local inhabitants as they are to us. Once again, we are accompanied by a local Indian guide and guardian. He teaches us about usage of some common plants we come across. Fruits of achiote. The Indians use them to paint protective symbols on their body. As we are about to enter the sacred place of the Ashaninkas, we are also painted. The leaves of achiote boost our immune system and increase male potency. The root of this plant is used for spider bites. It neutralizes the poison. We are lucky to have Peter with us. He always translates everything so we can take advantage of all the interesting information we receive. A stream flowing in the middle of the beautiful, pure jungle. Thanks to the climate of the Amazonian jungle, walking is not just a means to get from one place to another. It also cleans and detoxifies. We find ourselves completely cut off from the civilization, surrounded by a very sparsely inhabited jungle, tens of kilometers to the nearest bigger settlement. We fresh up in lagoons with crystal clear water. Staying and meditating at such places allows one's consciousness to expand very easily. Indians value the beauty surrounding them, as they are aware that it helps to bring out the beauty inside. Loaded with vital energy, we walk back through the magnificent jungle to the village by the river. We grab something to eat and get on the boat, heading to the small timber town of Atalaya, where our cook treats us in her own restaurant. Back in civilization. A team of experienced chefs takes good care of us. We fill up on supplies in the town and continue farther into lowland jungle. The realm of monkeys, huge parrots, jaguars and pink dolphins in the rivers flowing through. We are leaving the Tambo River to go upstream another one, the Inuya. We feel about life in a different way than before. We find ourselves more connected to our ambience. The river banks display huge bamboo plants and small Indian huts. There are plenty of water birds and parrots flying around. Riding a boat is very calming and takes us to a state of consciousness we have experienced during the night rituals. A person feels relaxed, calm, but at the same time more confident and alert. They perceive their own shortcomings and problems as an opportunity to grow. Suddenly, those become easy to tackle. We get to a base hidden in the jungle. Here we are to work with Don Amadeo. The mosquito nets come handy if you really want to focus on meditating. Don Amadeo is a powerful shaman who is up to making major changes in us. He and Peter together clear energetic lines in our bodies, clean our chakras, and remove fucha, the negative energy, from our biofield. A place of power can be told by its beauty, by the strength it radiates, and by its deep wisdom hidden under the surface of the visible. Just look and listen to your heart. The purifying processes we've gone through expand our horizons. We are somewhat more able to really perceive the beauty and perfection of the whole system of life. The jungle is a gargantuan living organism. Its sounds and vibrations fill our entire beings. Trees, hundreds of years old, open passages to other energy levels and allow us to immerse into meditation with them. We do well with a light but hearty breakfast composed of fruit salad and cereal porridge.
Okay, my name is May, and here is my sister Vanessa. We came from Hong Kong and we crossed the river. It's a really big challenge and so exciting. Even I'm such size, I'm floating on the water. Well, it's an unforgettable experience and it's really, I feel it's really good. I got a lot of answers from my curious and inside curious, and understand a lot of things what I used to always suspect, and quite a lot of things, and very well. It seems it's more clear for my my mission or my responsibility, and well, I thought it's an ending after this therapy, but I was told it's just a start.
If you want to reach the really deep jungle, where the energy is pure, a boat is your only option. The civilization will not absorb jungle so quickly. Safety of Indians is another issue though. All South American governments put a lot of effort into gradual so-called civilizing of Indians, which, in other words, means making them dependent on money. Magnificent freshwater dolphins are playing nearby, exploring our attentions. They are exceptionally intelligent beings. Members of Peru expeditions never meet by coincidence. There is no such thing as a coincidence. New, long-term friendships often start here. People have a lot to share. Things are often different from what they seem to be. Universe teaches us that we are not as wise as we often think. Staying in the jungle is a meditation by itself. It cleans you, charges you, and cross-examines you as well. Each plant is significant, and so is every scream of any jungle creature. It gives us strength to withstand the purification process, both energetic and physical. When going into the jungle, we are always accompanied by a local guide, a man with a gun, but also a doctor equipped with snake venom serum. He is always nearby if help is needed. We stop by another sacred place in the jungle. Locals usually do not take anyone here, but they let us in. We can see a block of stone with petroglyphs. Those are markings made by shamans in order to indicate places of force suitable for cleaning chakras and developing clairvoyant capabilities. There is something about this place making it a great spot for meditation.
Takže zdravím všetkých tohto nádherného miesta.
Hi to everyone from this spectacular place. My life has changed 2 times, first at home and now here. I've taken part in some workshops, I practiced at home. I decided to come here to develop my extrasensory capabilities, to understand more. It sure happened for me, some locks get open. I know that the work has to continue though. All this is just a tiny first step.
Odomkli sa mi nejaké veci a samozrejme ešte to treba ďalej rozvíjať, keďže to je len taký prvý krôčik. Ďalej by som sa chcel vyjadriť k tomu, že ak si niekto myslí, že toto tu robí Peter nejak pre peniaze, tak proste na veľkom omyle.
I would also like to say something to people who think Peter does all this just for cash. What happens here just cannot be expressed in money. Anyway, the decision is yours, so good luck.
Veľa zdaru do nového života.
In Atalay, we say goodbye to our cook. Peruvian cuisine is very healthy and really tasty. We are leaving the Amazon jungle, though somehow a feeling of connection stays. Something unique happened for everyone. We were given an opportunity to transcend our problems here. We got charged with new life force and clean healing energy. The Amazon jungle is a unique place on this planet. It needs to be kept as it is, without civilization interfering. Us working here, using traditional shamanic ways to improve our lives and getting to know Indian culture, contributes to preserving the beauty and spirit of the original jungle. Nature, with its immense capacity to regenerate and purify, is essential for humans. Things you find important in the city seem irrelevant here. One returns to their essence, simplicity of life and pure being. Our mind has become more free. The present is more important than the future. If you long for the truth, here it is, literally at your fingertips. There is no normal life and a spiritual life. There is only one, a life that one creates with their mind. If we wish to be happy, we need to keep in mind we are happy. Problems do not exist on their own. We are the ones that keep them alive by believing in them. We keep things existing and strong purely with our attention. We are back on solid ground and we are going to have a bit of rest in a hotel in the small town of Satipo. There is a surprise waiting for us in the morning. Don Sergio, the shaman, met us for breakfast. We are about to cross the mountains and perform a ritual to deepen our connection with the earth. We are going through the Andes to Toctuca, the sacred lake about 5,000 meters above the sea level. Don Sergio is getting ready for the ceremony. The weather is cold and harsh, but that is quite usual for alpine lakes. Don Sergio is communicating with the earth and asking her for help. We have reached the town of Paracas on the Pacific coast. There, we enjoy a delicious breakfast on the hotel terrace overlooking the sea. Now we are heading to Islas Ballestas. Energy from this archipelago is particularly soothing and at the same time strongly enervating. There is El Candelabro hiding in the mist, a trident symbol known for its ability to activate our third eye. In other words, the chakra just above the root of one's nose. We tune into its strength during the ritual and the meditation. Islas Ballestas are full of life. Gannets, pelicans, penguins, sea lions, frigate birds, rare species of terns and starfish. All of them in a natural symbiosis. Many birds come here to mate and give birth to their offspring. So do sea lions and whales in winter. The energy specific to this archipelago activates the center in the pelvis. It is wise to make the best of it. As a part of the ritual, Don Sergio is asking the earth for the gift of joy and abundance in our lives. Peru is a country of unlimited possibilities. We set out on a trip to deserted beaches of the Pacific. The power of the ocean is quite remarkable. It washes away all the blocks from our biofield and fills us with its strength and purity. Don Sergio is a master at working with earthly energies. He knows how to restore vital energy using solar prana, how to connect with energies of both the ocean and birds around, how to thank our planet for the gift of life. We feel very sensitive after the ritual. Our extrasensory abilities get activated easily. So that's life on deserted Pacific beaches. Iguanas, crabs, pelicans. You can feel their freedom and joy of life. The Ica Desert is another place of force we are to visit. Special off-road vehicles will take us in deeper. We are descending along a sand dune to an oasis called Huacachina. A flashlight is a must. We are getting ready for a nightly ritual with Don Sergio. During the ritual, he also charges our personal things with positive, protective energy. After all the work, we go back to the hotel and chill out at the swimming pool.
Меня зовут Вертинская Елена. Я живу в России, в городе Выборге. И, конечно же, шаманы, выполняющие свою работу.
My name is Jelena Viertinska and I'm from Russia. The shamans you work with here will help you change what is needed to get rid of your fears and complexes and start a life of freedom, happiness and joy. If you're weak, you'll become strong. If you're strong, you'll become even more so. I thank the whole team and the universe that I was given the opportunity to stay in such an amazing country, as is Peru. I can only recommend this trip. It is up to you, obviously, but if you're pondering the idea, go for it. If you make the decision, leave any expectations behind. Thus, you'll get the most of it.
Поэтому делайте свой выбор и ничего не ждите. Как сказал мой брат, отправляя меня сюда. Ничего не жди, и тогда ты все получишь. И это действительно так. Потому что никакая ваша фантазия не соответствует действительности.
What you are to experience is one of a kind and beyond your imagination anyway. So, good luck to all of you on your quest. We are visiting a museum of stone emitters by Don Cabrera. The stones display primarily shamanic rituals, visions, and operations. Our last stop is a Nazca Plateau. We climb up the tower to see the famous patterns and the overall character of this remarkable landscape. The last ritual is dedicated to purifying blocking energy. Don Sergio with Peter create protection to keep us safe when we go back to civilization. Deep and fundamental changes were started during our stay. The upcoming months are to see long-term health problems cured, as well as other positive changes in our lives. 14 days of using ancient functional techniques brings you closer to total understanding than did 50 years of searching for the truth. We are very grateful that places like this still exist on our planet.